Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to English Listen Easy channel. I am Jack.
And I am Emma. So happy you are here with us today. Really happy.
Emma, you look like you have something to say before we even start. You have that look.
What look? I do not have a look.
You have the look where you are already thinking about something and you want to talk about it immediately.
Okay, fine. Yes, I was thinking on the way here today about something a friend said to me yesterday.
What did she say?
She said, I want to learn English, but I heard it's really hard. Is it actually hard? And I started thinking, what is the honest answer to that?
Oh, that is actually a great question, and it's our topic today.
Exactly. Is English difficult? The real answer, not the nice answer. The real one.
Because the nice answer is, oh, it's not that hard if you just practice every day.
Yes, just practice every day, and in 6 months you'll be fluent.
Which is not exactly true.
Not exactly, no. So today we are going to be honest about this. Is English hard? Why? And for who?
And what makes it easier? Because there are things that make it easier.
There are. Okay, let's go.
So let me ask you first. When you started learning English, did you think it was going to be hard?
Honestly, no. I thought it was going to be one of the easier languages because I heard that English has simpler grammar than some other languages. No gender for nouns, no complicated verb endings for every person.
Right. In some languages, every noun is male or female, and you have to remember which one.
And English doesn't have that. So I thought, great, this will be simple.
And then?
And then I started actually learning it, and I realized, okay, it's simpler in some ways, but it has its own problems.
Big problems.
Big, confusing, very specific problems. What about you? Did you think it would be hard?
I thought it would be medium. Not easy, not impossible, just medium. And I was wrong in both directions.
What do you mean?
Some parts were much easier than I expected, and some parts were much harder. So the average was medium, but the experience was not medium at all.
That is a very honest answer. Okay, so what was easier than you expected?
Basic conversation, just getting started. Hello, how are you? What is your name? Where are you from? That part came quite fast, and it felt good.
Yes, the first level feels fast. You learn a lot of words quickly, and you feel like a genius.
Like we talked about in a previous episode, the beginning is exciting. You see progress every day.
And then it slows down.
And then it slows down a lot, and that's where it started feeling harder than I expected.
For me, the hardest part, and I still think about this, was pronunciation. Specifically, the sounds that don't exist in my language.
Oh, that is a real problem. Which sounds?
The th sound, like in the word think, or the word this. My language doesn't have that sound, so my mouth just didn't know what to do.
I know that sound. Your tongue has to go between your teeth a little.
Yes, and it feels so strange, like my tongue didn't want to do that. It kept going back to the sounds it already knew.
How long did it take to get comfortable with it?
Months, many months, and I still have to think about it sometimes. It doesn't always come naturally.
And that's something people don't realize about English pronunciation. It's not just about learning new words, it's about training your mouth to make new shapes.
Your mouth has muscles, and those muscles are trained for your own language. English needs different muscles.
And training muscles takes time.
It always takes time. You can't rush it.
And speaking of things that are hard to rush, what about the listening side? Because we talked about listening in a previous episode, but I want to come back to it.
Yes, listening is hard in a very specific way. Because when you read, you can go slow. When you listen, you can't control the speed.
Native speakers don't wait for you.
They really do not. And they connect words together. They cut sounds. They speak fast and quiet, and you just have to keep up.
And in the beginning, you feel like you're always one step behind.
Always. And it's exhausting. You concentrate so hard and you still miss things.
But it does get better, slowly.
Slowly. Very slowly. But it gets better.
Can I tell a story about a moment when English felt really, really hard for me?
Yes, please.
So, I was maybe 3 months into learning, and I thought I was doing okay. I had learned a lot of vocabulary, I could write simple sentences, I felt pretty good about myself.
3 months and already confident.
Too confident as it turned out. So I decided to watch a movie in English. No subtitles, just the movie.
Oh, bold choice.
Very bold and very stupid for that level, because I sat down, I pressed play, and the first 2 minutes I understood maybe 4 words.
4 words in 2 minutes?
4 words. Hello, yes, no, and I think someone said coffee. That was it.
At least there was coffee.
At least there was coffee, but the rest, nothing. Just sounds. Fast, connected, mumbled sounds that made no sense to me at all.
What did you do?
I turned it off, and I sat there feeling very, very bad about myself. I thought, I've been studying for 3 months and I understand nothing. Maybe I'm just not good at this.
Oh, I know that feeling. That specific feeling of, maybe this is just not for me.
Exactly, and it's such a hard feeling. Because you've put in time, you've worked, and then one moment shows you how far you still have to go.
What happened after that?
I called a friend who was also learning English, and she said, "Jack, you're 3 months in. Nobody understands movies at 3 months. Put the subtitles on. Watch it again."
Good friend.
Very good friend. So I put the subtitles on, and suddenly I understood almost everything. Because I knew the words when I could read them. I just couldn't catch them at that speed yet.
So the problem wasn't your English, the problem was the speed.
The speed and the experience. I just hadn't heard enough English yet. My ears weren't trained.
And that's something you can overcome with time and practice.
With a lot of time and a lot of practice. But yes, you can overcome it.
I have a story too, and mine is about the moment I almost gave up completely.
Oh, tell me.
So I was maybe 6 months in, which sounds like a lot, but I still had so many problems. And one day I was trying to write a simple email in English, just a short email, to make a reservation at a hotel.
That sounds manageable.
It should have been manageable, but I sat there for 40 minutes. 40 minutes, Jack, for one short email.
40 minutes.
I kept second-guessing every sentence. Is this the right preposition? Is this the right word order? Should I say I would like or I want? Is that too informal?
And the more you thought about it, the harder it got.
The harder it got and the more frozen I became. And at the end of 40 minutes, I had written 3 sentences. 3.
What did you do?
I closed the laptop, I made tea, and I sat on the sofa and thought, I can't do this. It's too hard. I'm going to give up.
But you didn't give up.
I did not give up, but for about 20 minutes, I really wanted to.
What changed your mind?
I thought about why I started learning English in the first place. I had a reason, a real reason, and I thought, if I give up now, that reason doesn't go away. I still need English. I just don't want to do it today.
So you gave yourself 1 day off.
I gave myself 1 day off, and the next day I came back and I finished the email, and it was fine. The hotel understood me perfectly.
And the world did not end because your prepositions weren't perfect.
The world did not end. The hotel replied, they had a room, everything was fine.
A happy ending.
A very happy ending. But that moment, that 40-minute email, I think about it sometimes because that was the hardest moment, and I overcame it.
And that's the thing about difficult moments in language learning. You feel like they will last forever, but they don't.
They always pass. You just have to get through them.
Okay, listeners, quick pause. If this episode is helping you feel better about your English journey, please share it with someone who needs to hear this today. And subscribe if you haven't done that yet.
It really means a lot to us. Okay, I want to talk about something more positive now, because it's not all hard.
It's definitely not all hard.
What do you think makes English easier compared to other languages?
Okay, so the grammar, in some ways, is actually simpler, like you said. No gender for nouns, the verb forms are not too complicated for most tenses.
And the alphabet. If your language uses a different alphabet, like Chinese or Arabic or Russian, then learning a new alphabet is a big step. But if you already know the Latin alphabet, English uses the same one.
So you can at least read the words, even if you do not know what they mean yet.
And there are so many English words that are similar to words in other languages, especially European languages.
Because English borrowed so many words from French, from Latin, from German.
So if you speak French or Spanish or Italian, you will recognize a lot of English words immediately.
Words like nation, communication, information, education, these exist in many languages in a very similar form.
And that is a big help at the beginning. You already know more words than you think.
Which is something we talked about in a previous episode about vocabulary. You are not starting from zero.
Never from zero. Always from somewhere.
And I think another thing that makes English easier, or at least more possible, is how much English content is available.
Oh, that is so true. Music, movies, podcasts, books, social media, everything is in English.
You can practice English without even trying to practice English, just by watching things you enjoy.
Just by listening to things you like, which is kind of what we're doing right now.
Which is kind of exactly what we're doing right now.
And that makes a big difference, because you don't feel like you're studying. You feel like you're doing something fun, and your brain learns anyway.
Your brain is sneaky like that.
The best kind of sneaky.
And at the end of the day, I think the most important thing about whether English feels hard or not is your attitude.
What do you mean?
If you go into it thinking, this is impossible, I will never be good at this, then every difficult moment feels like proof that you were right.
But if you go in thinking, this is hard sometimes, but I can figure it out, then the difficult moments feel like normal parts of the process.
Which they are.
Which they absolutely are. Hard moments are not signs that you are failing, they're signs that you are learning.
And the people who overcome those moments, they're the ones who get good.
It's really that simple and that hard.
Both at the same time.
So today we talked about whether English is hard, and the honest answer is it depends.
It depends on where you come from, what language you already speak, what your goal is.
Jack couldn't understand 4 words in a movie at 3 months in.
And Emma spent 40 minutes writing 3 sentences for a hotel email.
My finest hour.
But we're both still here, still learning, still going.
Because the hard parts are real, but so is the progress.
And every time you overcome something difficult, you get stronger.
And a little more confident, which was our word from last episode.
We keep bringing back old words.
We're building a vocabulary family here. Okay, bonus tip. Jack, this one's yours.
Yes, so listeners, here's one simple idea. When English feels really hard today, write down one thing you could do yesterday that you could not do 6 months ago. Just one thing. It doesn't have to be big.
Maybe you understand more words in a song. Maybe you read a short text faster than before. Maybe you remembered a word you always used to forget.
Find one thing. And remember, you've already come further than you think,
Progress is real, even when you can't feel it.
even on the hard days.
And listeners, don't forget our word from today.
Overcome. Every time English feels too hard, remember that hard things can be overcome.
You overcame something already, and you'll overcome the next thing too.
One day at a time.
All right, one question before we go.
What's the hardest thing about English for you right now at this moment in your learning journey?
Write it in the comments. Be honest. We want to know.
And remember, whatever you write, someone else reading it will feel exactly the same way.
You're never alone in this. Take care, everybody. See you in the next episode.
Bye. Keep going. The hard parts are worth it.